In this video, we're going to show you how to install the rear lower forward control arm on your Ford Focus located in the rear suspension. Now we're going to use our 19mm socket to loosen and remove the lug nuts. Go to remove the wheel and set it aside. Now that we have the wheel off, we're going to go ahead and locate the arm we're going to be replacing. It's this one right here. It's a forward lower arm, and it's connected by two 15mm bolts, one here, one here. We did spray these down with some rust penetrant. And we're going to go ahead and use our 1/2" drive 15 with our ratchet to go ahead and loosen these. Now the nuts themselves are fixed, so you don't have to put a wrench on the other side. We're going to take our time with this here. We don't want these bolts to break. Now before I remove this one here, I'm going to go ahead and break the other one free. It doesn't matter which one you take out completely first. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one here. You can switch over to an impact gun if you want, or some other power source, power tool to remove these once they start coming out this easy. All right, let's go ahead and get that inner bolt once this one pops out. Now both of these bolts are identical, so it doesn't matter which one goes where on your installation. We do recommend that if you have a wire wheel or a brush, you can go ahead and clean the threads and then apply some anti-seize compound to these bolts before installation. I'm going to go ahead and use a pry bar here and go ahead and try and work this arm out. There it is. Remember how it came out? Hollow side faces the back. Now what we did was we went ahead and put our pole jack underneath our trailing arm here. Now we go to install the upper arm here, or install the arm to the upper portion. The arm itself hits the trailing arm, and in most cases, you're not going to be able to get that bolt in because of the angle of it, so we need to go ahead and position this accordingly. We're going to jack up that trailing arm so we get more clearance and work that arm in. I'm going to run that bolt in a little bit. Make sure we got a good bite on those threads. Now we want to go ahead and position this, push that up in a position. I'm going to use our rubber mallet to knock it up and in. Now if your bolt doesn't grab, what I like to do is I'm just going to use a mirror to go ahead and look up inside, and normally you can see the position of that bolt. You might have to go ahead and grab your pliers and grab this control arm and just twist a little bit, move it around to get that bolt to line up with the threads inside. Now at this point here, we're just going to switch over to the power tool to go ahead and zip that in. Now before we torque this into position, what we want to do is use our jack. We're going to continue to jack this up to what we call a neutral ride height. That means if we had the tire on the car and we let it down on the ground and it compressed our suspension to its neutral ride height, that's what we want. And then we're going to go ahead and torque these down. So continue to jack this up. Now we're going to go ahead and torque these both down to 85 foot-pounds. Now don't forget, anytime you replace or alter a suspension component, you want to bring it down and get an alignment performed right after the job is done. We're going to remove our pull jack. Now if you need to, go ahead and repeat this process for the passenger side. Install your wheels and you're all set. Go ahead and take your wheel, line it up on the wheel studs, and we'll get the lug nut started. It's always best to start all of the lug nuts by hand and then tighten them down. That way that we don't cross thread the lug nuts. Now when snugging these down, you want to do this in a crisscross pattern. Now let's get and torque down our lug nuts to 94 foot-pounds. We're going to do this in a crisscross pattern. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.